This better be good. What the hell was that? Where's my hair? Oh, hello there, hoppers. Sorry, I'm just in a bit of pain at the moment. You see, my childhood has just been raped. You know, first Jurassic World, I mean, what the fuck was that? As I've already explained in my other video. But now, Star Wars? What have they done? What have they done? What the hell is going on? And don't even get me started on Terminator. Christ. Seriously, you know what I mean? Next year, 2015, is supposed to be the year. And it's going to be the year, alright? Because, you know, 2015, in terms of the film world, is becoming 2012. It is the end of days. It is all going to end, I'm telling you. Because I tell you, what the fuck are they doing? What the hell are they doing? What are they doing with Star Wars? I mean, the directing of, rather, J.J. Abrams, or Abrams, whatever you bloody well call him, big mistake. Big, huge, huge mistake, because he's just done Star Trek. They're like rivals. It was always Star Trek versus Star Wars. You had always having fans and nerds and all that battling it out about what is better, Star Wars. And, you know, it gets on my nerves, because now you've got this Trekkie, okay, because he's even admitted that he's a Star Trek fan before a Star Wars fan. You've got him who didn't even, you know, stay true to his own respected franchise, let alone someone else's. I mean, I'm not saying the Star Trek franchise is his, but I mean, as a Trekkie, you know what I mean, you'd think as a proper, true fan, he would have done it justice a lot more. And instead he does two piss-poor films. Now, don't get me wrong, I actually quite enjoyed the two films. I mean, yeah, Into Darkness was a bit disappointing, you know, with the exception of Cumberbatch, but I still enjoyed it. You know, I still enjoyed the two films. But the thing is, all the Trekkies didn't. So what's that say about me? I'm not a Trekkie, okay? I don't mind Star Trek. I've, you know, been watching it recently, and I've been getting into it, but I'm not a Trekkie. As of now, I'm not a Trekkie. I am a Jedi. I love Star Wars. Absolutely love it. And as soon as they announced that J.J. Abrams was directing the new one, I was like, no. And lots of people are moaning, and, you know, moaning about the others who are moaning, if you know what I mean. Basically, you've got one half of people who love the trailer, and the other half, like myself, who despise it. But I'll get into that. I'll get into all of that in a minute. Let's just start by watching the trailer, okay? Let's watch it together. So here we go. Come on, computer, turn on. Come on. Oh. Right, here we go. You know, so it starts off promising, you know, it's got a creepy voice, which I'll get to in a minute, and, you know, with the desert and all that, but then all of a sudden it seems to parody itself. But with that, I mean, what the hell? You know what I mean? It just goes straight in there with a black stormtrooper, instantly creating controversy, which I'll get to in a minute. You've got a droid that just doesn't work. You know, you've got fucking stormtroopers that, you know what I mean, just, oh dear, they're too shiny for me. Then you've got this, I mean, what the size of that, you know, speed cruiser, whatever you want to call it, and it's just shots like this. I mean, it's just heavy with CGI, it's instantly not what you want to see. This bit looked cool, and I was like, cool, and then it was like, no, what the hell was that? It was like, instantly, you was just about to say awesome, but then just before you do, they kick you in the nuts. And then of course you've got the music, that I must say the music gets me going, but this whole shot sequence doesn't. That does nothing for me. When it says Star Wars, I could not stop crying. Not with joy, but instead with the disbelief that the title sequence is so dreadful. I mean, what the hell? It says Star Wars and all of a sudden these crappy lines appear. I mean, what the hell are they? You know, what the hell? You know, what the actual fuck? I mean, let's start with the black guy controversy. Stormtroopers, as you all know, are supposed to be clones. Now, I do believe, I haven't read every Star Wars thing out there, I just know my knowledge from the films and a bit on the side. So if I'm saying anything wrong, forgive me, okay? Don't have the time to read everything. Basically, from what I believe, the Stormtroopers are actually clones. Now, it was always annoying because they clearly weren't clones in the original Star Wars film. Then there was some... I remember hearing a story somewhere about that they were clones originally, but then by the time of Star Wars, or as you would know it, A New Hope, they're no longer clones because something apparently went wrong with the clones or something. So, if that is true, then obviously he wouldn't be a clone, so he wouldn't be white, you know, he wouldn't be Jango Fett, as it were. But I think the biggest problem isn't the fact that he's not a clone. I think people are more the fact that he's black. You know, or rather, whatever I'm trying to say. No, I was right the first time. Ignore me, sorry. Heads all over the place at the moment because it's such a shit trailer. Yeah, so basically the guy's black and lots of people are moaning because Stormtrooper should be white, should look like Jango Fett, you know, the tinted colour, whatever you want to call it. You know, I'm trying not to be racist here. Not that I am, just discussing skin colours. I don't believe I'm offending anyone. Anyway, point being is that he shouldn't be black. He should be white, whatever you want to call the colour. So, you know, that's what he should be. However, people are overlooking the fact that this guy might have stole that uniform. Now, I know that sounds, black guy stole my Stormtrooper's uniform. No, 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 no. I am not saying that. What I'm simply saying is no different to what Luke and Han did in the original. They stole the Stormtroopers' uniforms so they could, you know, impersonate them and get away with it, you know, so they could save Leia. Maybe this guy's doing the same thing. That would explain why he's black and not white or even resembles Jango Fett. But another thing might just be like what I said, you know, maybe they're not clones anymore, you know, because let's face it, like I said, you know, in the original Star Wars, they had different voices and different heights, slightly, you know, and so on. So, there's lots of possibilities. So, a lot of people are moaning about him being black. That never bothered me. I just thought it was hilarious that how it was like, dun, and he just appeared. Where am I? I'm in a desert. No, no, no. You know, it just looked like it looked like a piss take. It was like I was watching Spaceballs. You know, Spaceballs, whatever the film's called, and it was just, mine's gone blank. It was just dreadful, 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 dreadful. And then you've got that R2 unit. I'll call it that because it's got his head, and it doesn't look practical. R2-D2 was practical. It wouldn't have been if it didn't have that third wheel that popped out so it could lean and drive around. That's fine. But this thing, it's like a dodgy head. It's like literally there's an R2 head on a ball. It's like what happens when it stands still. Does its head flat back and just lie on the floor? It's like, whoa, I'm stuck. You know, help, I've fallen and I can't get up. No, it's nothing like that. It doesn't look good. It looks like a crap design. I mean, I understand the fact is the wheel's moving and you can't have the head moving. It's like, oh, I don't know where I'm going. I understand that part of it, but it just doesn't look like a good design. It looks a bit shit. I'm not saying all the robots in, or droids, whatever you want to call them in Star Wars, have all been brilliant, but they've been a lot more creative than that, at the very least, you know what I mean? So, yeah, and the Land Cruiser, or whatever you want to call it, the little bike, I've forgotten the names, people, but at the end of the day, what the hell? You know, it looks like a gigantic thing. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a gun and you're riding it. It doesn't look right. You know, the speed bikes or whatever they're called, seriously, sorry people, can't remember the names right now, I'm just so stressed, you know, so stressed. I mean, I was supposed to do this video weeks ago, and I just haven't had time, so now I finally watched the trailer again, it's grinding my gears again, it's boiling my blood, so forgive me if I'm not getting all the facts or the names right, but I'm just too pissed off, because that is 2 strikes now, or should I say it's already made it to 3, because of what fucking Terminator... Oh, I almost said Salvation, that's how bad it is, I almost said Salvation. It's Terminator Genesis spelt wrong and I can't fucking handle that one either. No, I can't handle it. I'll tell you, I'm going to explode. But anyway, before I get on to any of that, which I'll probably do in another video if I ever have time, back to Star Wars. So no, it does not look good. It doesn't look good. And this better be recording, because I remember the problems I had last time. Well, anyway, it doesn't look good. No. The droid doesn't look good, okay? That's just end of story. There, that's what I'm talking about, the bikes. Now, in Jedi, they were awesome. Whatever the noise is, you know, they were awesome sounds. They had awesome noises. They looked cool. And, you know, they made sense. It was like a floating motorbike, you know, but with a giant gun, and there were slim lines so you could get through trees and stuff. It made sense. This is huge! This is supposed to be after Jedi. Which means this is... Well, actually, okay, stop right there. Thank you very much. Okay. If that character, which I believe is the younger Leia, then it's before Jedi, fine. However, if they're going for the whole everything's big and bulky in the past because the technology weren't quite there to slim it down, that's fine. But they can't do that in Star Wars, and I'll tell you why. It's because Star Wars has done what Prometheus many years later would do for Alien. The past is somehow more well developed than the future. In the sense, basically, the original, not the original, the Star Wars prequel trilogy, everything's polished, perfected, and it just looks like newer technology, but it's not. And there's only some subtle hints saying that it's not better technology than the original trilogy, that looks more industrial and older, because it's like the 70s perspective of future technology, whereas as now, when Lucas did the prequel trilogy, it was the 2000s perspective of what we already know and have, and what we are predicting. Therefore, his ideas of technology changed. There was a lot more touchscreen and all that crap. Point being, and holograms, lots more holograms, and shitty CGI. But the point being is, like I said, Prometheus, many years later, has made the same mistake. It looks too polished, new and perfected, but yet it's supposed to be the past. Now I understand with Star Wars, like, they reached the top of their, whatever you want to call it, you know, it was all at peace, you know, the world was developing and all that shit, so fair enough. But the technology was still too good. Some things were smaller than later on in life. I mean, they had this little thing they put in their mouth, like a little clip, and they could breathe underwater. Now comes, you know what I mean, they didn't have anything like that later in the other films. Again, I haven't seen them in years, so if they do, I apologise. But all I remember is that shot from Luke in the tank. Yes, I know they're feeding him oxygen, so maybe he does still need a giant mask. But still, it just... That huge mask, really? Huge, big-ass mask? I've got nothing against the damn mask, but at the end of the day, when you've got a tiny little thing that can make you breathe underwater, why do you need a fucking huge... You know, like I said, I'm probably looking far too into it, you know. But the point being is the fact that the speed cruiser, land cruiser, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the bike that she rides briefly in that trailer looks huge, even for the past. Now, that's the point I'm trying to make is, if they're trying to make it look big and industrial because it's older, and therefore they haven't been able to make the technology smaller, fair enough. But they can't do that in Star Wars because they've already proved that in the past the technology may not have been as good, but it was a lot more slimmer, a lot more stylish, and it would not look like that. Let's put it that way. Maybe they've got some bullshit excuse, but instantly I just see continuity problems with the development. It looks more like Star Wars than the prequels, which I guess in a way that's a compliment. But it's too industrial in the sense of she's riding this huge, like, it's like a tractor without wheels. It's too big. You know what I mean? When we've already seen things smaller than that, it just doesn't make sense. Not to me anyway, you know, but I'm an idiot, ain't I? So there we are. Anyway, other than that small little problem, I guess, with that, there are countless others to speak about, so I'll move on. So yes, so we spoke about the Black Stormtrooper, we spoke about, you know, the possibilities of there being problems with the continuity of technology, and that's if that is who plays the young Leia. You know, if it ain't, then even worse. But yeah, the trailer is so bullshit yet so forgettable. I've only just watched the damn thing, and already I'm trying to think, oh, what else is in it? So yes, the Stormtroopers look too good. Now, and what I mean is, they don't look good. So in other words, they look so good, they look shit. I hate it when things are too stylish. Now you can see the original Stormtroopers was a basic design, yet very cool. It was very, you know, neat. It was a good design. It's hard to explain. But all I know is when I see these Stormtroopers, it's like I'm watching a video game. They're too shiny. And I think that's what it is. They are too shiny. I'm not saying the old ones weren't. But these ones just, in that one shot, they're in a dark room and yet they're, you know what I mean, reflecting light, you know, more than a bald guy. You know, it's insane. But again, I'm probably looking too far into it, so ignoring the Stormtroopers for now because they look okay. They look like Stormtroopers, so I guess I can forgive them. So moving on. So, yes, you have problems with everything else in the sense of... Oh, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I need to make sure this is still recording because you know what happened last time as well as I do. So I'm just going to check the damn video because with this iPad, it's still recording good. There is no way of telling unless I look back. And I can't do the reverse shot because it's a smaller shot and it's blurry because my iPad is shit, okay? Shit. Shockingly shit. So, Star Wars. So yes, so what else was in the trailer? The X-Wings. Okay, it was nice to see them back, but oh my god, they look crap. CGI, CG fucking I. I've had enough with it, okay? Star Wars proved, as do many other films from the past, you can do this stuff with practical effects. Star Wars holds up to this day. Most of it anyway, because of the models, the detail, the time and effort. I think Empire Strikes Back just blew everyone away because although the effects were good in Star Wars, my god, they were amazing in Empire. And I still remember the bit with the asteroid field and you've got the Millennium Falcon, it swoops in near the camera. Now if they try something like that now, we'll know that was just for the 3D viewers. So that's crap. But back then it weren't. It was just a shot. And it looked awesome because you had the you know, it overlapped and went back again. You got a real perspective. And it never blurred. There was never no real motion blur. It was proper. It was realistic. You know, you saw every detail. And it just was, oh, I don't know, it was so satisfying. Like it is now. Even now, it's so satisfying to watch. Yet you do not get that in this trailer. As soon as you see the X-Wings, it's like they're... You know, there's like too many colours. Too many colours. I mean, literally, the only shot this whole trailer got right was the opening shot. And even then they ruined by having a guy go, bleh, you know what I mean? It's... And do you know what? The only reason why the opening shot works is because it's just a desert. All they've got to do is shoot on location where they filmed the original, and there we are. You can't really go wrong. And even then it looks a little too bright. Just thought I'd, you know, complain about something. Anyway, the point being is... When you see the X-Wings, there is too many colours. It looks nice, but it's Star Trek all over again. And here's another thing. When Abrams directed Star Trek, especially in Darkness, he did a lot of the handy cam, oh quick, no it's over there, oh wait, it's getting away from me, quick zooming fast to the action. That kind of camera, if you know what I mean. In other words, it's almost like, it almost turns into found footage, just in higher quality. In the sense of something will fly by, then it will like zoom out, maybe blur a bit, and it's like trying to focus, oh, there it is, oh, it's getting away, quick follow it, quick follow it, follow. You know, it's that kind of perspective shot. I don't like it. I don't think it works. Because when you've got all these nice smooth shots, these lovely pans, these well, what's the word, composed shots, it doesn't work to all of a sudden just go from la da da. Where's he gone? Woohoo! No, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It just comes back and bites you in the backside, okay? It just throws you all this off. You're like watching it, it's like, oh, this is really good. Oh, fuck me, where's it gone? You know what I mean? No, it doesn't work. And there's hints of that in this trailer. It was the bit where you first see the Millennium Falcon. It's not quite in shot. It's such, you can see the camera struggling to keep up, and then it kind of does its flip. You follow it round, and then you've got the TIE fighters. They're like, wow, Star Wars! And I was like, no, that looks shit. Oh dear. Someone did a Lucas Special Edition trailer, and I must say it was actually very funny. They actually got it spot on. But I must say, ignoring all the piss take that the trailer was doing, ignoring the entirety of it, you know, in terms of the piss take that it was trying to accomplish, which it successfully did so, the very last shot with the Millennium Falcon, and it's flying past the two TIE fighters, but yeah, it's got like 100 coming towards it instead of just the two, and you've got two behind it following it. Oh my god, I shat my pants. I'm not even joking. Had that have been at the end of the real trailer, I would have said, they're obviously trying to make it bigger and better, but fuck me, that looks cool. And so I'm actually really annoyed because out of all the changes to the Star Wars films, that is the one thing I'd welcome. Fucking hell, more TIE fighters, bigger scale, all coming at you, you got to dodge them all. That's what you want to see. You know, because that was amazing. I'll never forget that shot in Jedi where he's like, TIE fighters straight ahead. And they're all coming to the screen. There's tons of them, and it was amazing. So, in the special edition trailer, which is, like I said, meant to be a piss take, the very last shot, fuck me, it's better than the original. When I say the original, I mean the original trailer in the sense of Abrams, not the original Lucas films. Don't get me wrong, people. So, in other words, yes, better word to say it then. The last shot of the piss take trailer looks a lot better and a lot more exciting, a lot more fun than the official Star Wars Episode 7 trailer. So yeah, so is there anything good I can take from this film? Well, the Millennium Falcon's in it. Anything other that I can say that's bad about this film? Too much. There is too much. I could go on forever. Right, the Millennium Falcon. Some nerds probably going to say, oh, it was a model. I don't care. It looks fake. It looks like CGI. I've had enough of CG fucking eye. It looks shit. My childhood has been raped up the arse because these bad films keep coming out and ruining these films that I once loved. That in mind, I will be uploading another video, probably in the new year because I've run out of time, because I won't be here for the next couple of weeks. Basically, I'm going to do a video saying the good stuff about Jurassic World. I've said all the bad stuff, I said a couple of goodish stuff, but the website. And I'm just going to quickly say this now, just to make sure it's on record. The trailer looks shit for Jurassic World, but the website makes it look like an awesome place if it was real. So at the moment, the only thing selling this film for me is the website. That's how bad the trailer is. Anyway, back to Star Wars. So, yes. What else is there to say? Well, I'm just going to quickly have my little pit stop where I check to make sure the camera's still recording. It is. We're on a roll here, people. We are on a roll. Sorry. Still hurts. So, yes. So, the trailer's not great. The trailer is not great. Oh, where am I even? What am I even talking about? The voice. There we are, people. The voice. I wanted it to be Cumberbatch. I wanted it. I know he played Khan in Trek, almost said Star Wars, in Star Trek, but I don't care. He would be an awesome Star Wars villain. He'd be awesome. He'd be epic. As soon as I heard that voice, you know, have you felt it? And I was like, yes, I feel it, Cumberbatch. I want you in this film. And then Andy Serkis was like, it's me. I just did the voice. No, no! I don't want it to be Serkis. I don't want it to be him, okay? Look, if he could do the voice, why don't they just get him to do Smaug? Smaug. Whatever you want to call it. I catered for both there. Why don't they just get him to do that? I mean, yeah, because you want Benedict, of course. But I'm just saying, if he could do the voice, why don't they just save themselves some money? You know, I'm not saying do that, because it's lazy, but I'm just saying that it just irritates me. I wanted this to be Benedict. I really did. And it still might be. You know, there's a lot of speculation. The line that gets me was when he goes, you know, have you felt it? That's the line that sells it for me. Everything else, I guess, sounds not necessarily off, but can be more leaning towards Serkis. But point being is, I really wanted it to be Benedict, and you never know. He might still be in the franchise, or even in this film, because he was on set, and, you know, you never know. It might be a very creepy cameo, like a cryptic cameo, rather. You know, it might be, you know, no one's to know about it, but it might be there. I just hope, even if he just shows up at the end, even if he just shows up right at the end and he's the villain for the next film, that would be fine with me. Because I just really think that he could bring so much to this Star Wars film. He is one of those villains that when he speaks, you are listening. Much like James L. Jones, but unfortunately he only had the voice. You know, instead they got, whatever his name is, David Prowse, I can't remember, I think so, in the costume. Again, if I've got his name wrong, I'm sorry. My head's all over the place at the moment, really is. I'm hot in here, I'm bothered, I'm enraged with this film. Yet again, there was a million and one things I wanted to say, but it's just caught up in the emotion, I forget. So yeah, so if it is Andy Serkis, then oh well, so be it. But I really do want Benedict in this franchise because he is just awesome. And I know he's in everything at the moment, but why not? You know what I mean? If he's in the limelight now, just do it. You know, you're not always in it. Even Downey Jr.'s, you know, his, whatever you want to call it, his presence in film has dropped all of a sudden. I'm not saying people don't like him anymore, I'm just saying there was a time where he had made this huge comeback with Iron Man, then he was Sherlock Holmes, it was like, whoa, 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 he's in everything all of a sudden. But now it's settled down a bit, it's died down a bit, and after Iron Man 3, I can't blame it for dying down, because I tell you, that was a piece of shit. But that's another review for another day. But yes, what else is there left to say about this? Well, I love Star Wars, I'll still see this film, but what are they thinking? They're not even calling it Episode 7. Yeah, it's not a reboot. The prequel trilogy properly introduced the Episode 1, Episode 2, you know, properly. So now it's all in order. You've got Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then nothing. Where's Episode 7? Do we have to wait for another Abrams special edition just to get the word Episode 7? And also, before the whole, you know, is 20th Century Fox even still involved? They might be. I haven't looked into it, to be fair. I've been too busy with Jurassic World and all that stuff. But are they even involved? Because now instead of the doom-doom, 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 you know how it goes, instead of that, we're now going to have oh, Disney, oh, you know, and all that shit. No, it's going to look crap. So we have to just see what happens, okay? We just have to wait and see and just pray. I just pray it's a good film. Again, same threat with Jurassic World. If you do not do a good job, I will physically eat your brain, okay? I will eat your brain. Trust me, I'm starving. I am fucking starving, so I will eat your brain, okay? Eat your brain. And I put potatoes on 45 minutes ago, so I've probably fucked them up now, so shit. So on that note, again, I had a lot more to say, but I've now got to run and I won't have time to do this video again. So I apologise, and if there's a second trailer that comes out, then I'll do another more in-depth discussion about the trailer and about why it looks shit, okay? So I apologise, but still. What are they thinking? They are ruining everything I love, okay? They are ruining it all. So, I'm now going to leave in true nostalgia critic fashion. Goodbye. Wait! We are not done. No, no way can I miss out the most controversial thing out of the whole damn trailer. The lightsaber. What have they done? I can't believe it. Right. The lightsaber is supposed to be a gentleman's weapon. It's elegant. It is, you know, a fair battle. It's like, it's a sword. That's basically what it is. It's a lightsaber. It's a, you know, it's a light sword. You know, that's what it is. It's taken straight out of, you know, any good sword fighting movie. Anyway, the point being is the second film, what am I talking about? The second trilogy, as it were, so in other words, the damn prequels, to be precise, The Phantom Menace, gave birth to the dual lightsaber, the double-bladed, the double-sided, whatever you want to call it. And of course Darth Maul had it, and Darth Maul was a load of balls. So, you know, it wasn't a great lightsaber. I mean, yeah, it looked cool at first. She was like, holy shit, he's got Thor. Don't ask me what that was, I don't know. So you're like, holy shit, he has two. You know, one either end, and we're all going to be fucked. But no, he sucked. He just sucked so much backside. You know, he just watches Obi-Wan jump over him and then slices him. Oh, something similar to that happens, but with Obi-Wan watching as someone else jumps over. You know, at the end of Revenge of the Sith, I do believe. And funny enough, Obi-Wan did the correct thing. He sliced and diced, cut the fucking arms and legs off of Anakin. And that's exactly what Darth Maul should have done to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Rather than just go, oh wow, he's done a backflip, you know, or front flip, whatever you want to call it. He's like, oh wow, pretty. and then just falls down as he falls down with a big grin on his face, like, I've been sliced in half. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. I'm telling you, oh my god, so yes, the lightsaber. What are they thinking? What are they thinking? Right, when it first happened, I was like, okay. I was like, no! What the hell? Now, I'm not going to moan about its its impracticalness. Sorry, I know what I'm trying to say, just can't say the damn word. Impracticality. Impracticality. It's impractical, okay, people? It is impractical. It can't be done. Right, now, I don't really like to talk about stuff that everyone's talked about, so I don't really want to go into too much detail about Stephen Colbert, or whatever his name is, Colbert, whatever he's called. He's American, so I don't care. No, I don't care. I'm only joking. Anyway, basically, I don't watch the show, so... But I did watch that one, I must say. People were talking about it, so I watched it, and yes, everyone's right, he has got it spot on. If that is how it works, then yes, I'm sure if you slice down the bit of the hilt, slice down, it would probably go straight onto the beam, therefore you'd be okay. However, now, that is not my problem with the lightsaber design. My problem's everything else. A, these are not needed, okay? You've got the one, you don't need the two on this side. It's like, you know, it was like they watched Star Wars and they said, you know, it's like the one thing they said to themselves is, you know what that needs? 2 more bits coming off the side. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. No, it fucking ain't. I'm telling you, it's a bad idea. It is a very, very, very bad idea. Dr. Grant said it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. I mean it. Ooh. I'm telling you, it was not really a good idea in Phantom Menace, but it worked for the character. Because he was so up himself, he was like, I've got a custom lightsaber. But, you know, it won't work, and it don't work in this film. I'm sorry, it's like, the dark side. I was like, yeah. No! You know, instantly. Like I said, you know, earlier, it was like 1 minute... You're 1 minute you're like, yeah, next minute you're kicked in the nuts. You're just about to say awesome, then you're kicked in the balls. Oh, you know, you're right in the balls, and it's like not good. It's just, oh my god, right. Impractical, right? Lightsabers right here, okay? I'm gonna stand up for this. You got your lightsaber here. In fact, give me a second, people. Here's one I prepared earlier. Right, so you got your lightsaber there. I actually generally just keep this in the drawer. I had no intention of using it, but anyway, so you got your lightsaber there, and they tend to do the cool thing. They're like, oh, where's the button? There it is. So they're like, you know, if they was to do that, because they like the close comfort, too close for comfort moments. They do. They love the bits where it's just like, yeah, I'm cool. And the thing is, you're not going to do that now, because look, you're going to go, oh, my leg, oh, it's gone in my leg, you know, and you've lost already. It's pathetic. You've lost already, so I'm a bit taller. Sat on a bit of the cushion. Ah, there you go, that's better. So, it don't work, okay? Elegant weapon. Like a sword, that's all you fucking need. Because otherwise, you see them sometimes, they're like... Oh, hello. You see them sometimes, they're like holding the right near the end, and I'm like, crush, your hand's almost touching the damn blade, but they're like, oh! They're not going to be able to do that now, because they're going to be like, oh, my hand! Oh, it's gone through my hand! You know, it's crap. It's a load of poo. It's a load of bull. It is just a load of bull. So, I don't see why you'd need it. Because if it's a hand guard, then really it should be all the way around the fucking handle. Because otherwise, if they slice you this side, you're like, aha, I've managed to stop you. But if they slice you the other side, you're like, oh shit, oh, my hand, you know, and so on. So no, it's just, they're just trying to be cool. Literally. And again, the Star Wars Special Edition Lucas take on the trailer, amazing what they do. It goes, zoom, 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 so it ends up with 6 blades, and that's exactly true. They might as well have done that, tell you, it would have been at least a bit more, you know, whatever, because if anything, if they had done that, I would have less of a problem with it, and do you know why? Because it is still a custom saber. You may think, Ash, why are you moaning about a single-bladed lightsaber having the 2 attachments? I'll tell you why. It's because it worries me that they're all going to be like that. That is why. When I saw the double... We still saw the classic singles, so it didn't bother me. Even with Dooku's little, woohoo, you know, its little curvy bit, it was fine because the people still had the originals. But now, the only lightsaber we've seen is a completely different one, I am not a happy bunny. Am I, Babs? Exactly. So, I shall now leave you on that note, but all I'm saying is the lightsaber doesn't work. I know people have explained how the crystal would separate them. That's not my problem. I'm just saying in terms of impracticality, in terms of it being practical or not, it isn't, okay? You may be able to compensate for how it works, but that's not my argument, okay? It just looks awful. It does. It literally looks like the special edition. It looks like someone's thought, oh, you know what, I'll add them in. That'll be cool. But it ain't, it's just, no, they're just, that one lightsaber, one blade, just one, that's all you fucking need. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know. I just can't handle these people. I just can't handle what's going through their thick skulls. It doesn't even look like a lightsaber anymore, it just looks like this weird DNA electricity arc thing goes, you know, like a weird insect, you know, it's driving me insane. And people are saying, well, maybe it's a bit weaker because it's catering for the other two. You're right. So get the other two away! Fuck them! You know, get rid of them! Go back to the single! It worked! Gets on my nerves! So, ladies and gentlemen, I will probably see you before Christmas, but if I don't, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. As I said before, it is the season to be jolly. And if I haven't said it before, I'm saying it now. It is the season to be jolly. Or in other words, J.J. Abrams, it's the season to kiss my ass, okay? So, you better make a good film, my friend. You better make a good film, because as I said a minute ago, and I'm saying it again, I'll eat your fucking brain. My potatoes! I'm the screen hopper. Goodbye. This is why you do not leave things cooking on the stove. Well, looks like I'm going hungry tonight. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you after Christmas. I just can't fucking say impracticality. Is that it?